everybody, and welcome to an unboxing review, kind of comparison thing of the Fusion by Power A Xbox One and Windows 10 controller. Now we'll just go ahead and get to this after I read a couple things. We have gain the advanced pro level controls and enhanced features. We got a mappable pro lock, which we'll be looking at. We got a three-way trigger lock, so you can have faster, shorter response times. We got swappable pots, which I'll look at for you guys here in a second. We got dual rumble motors, which is kind of expected, but still nice to have. We got a 3.5 millimeter audio jack. Amazing. I really appreciate that. We got metallic accents. I've seen them. They look sexy. We got detachable pro pad. It's your little trigger things. I think I just read that, but you got it. We got injected rubber grips. You know we got rubber grippies. So I'm gonna just kind of slide this off. Now I will tell you this: I have sliced in the box. I did open it really fast, make sure everything was here, and I went ahead and took off plastic because why not? I just want to make sure everything was all right before we did this. I didn't want to open it up and it be broken because maybe you got hurt in transport or whatever. Because like just in case, it's in great shape. By the way, it comes off nice and sexy as so. Bit of a striptease, isn't she? I'm gonna take this out and this out really fast here because it's just going to be easier to show off something I normally don't care about. They got box art, and normally I don't care, but they put this box art on it, which is really nice. And I'm going to use my old controller here to show you. This would be great on a shelf, wouldn't it? Like something like this, that'd look real nice on a shelf. I'll never do that, I'll be honest with you. That's not who I am as a human being, but some of you probably will. We have a carrying case. This was a selling point for me. It's very sturdy. You can take a wampage. I like it. I'm happy about it. Before that, let's open the instructions because someone told me that there might be something in here. And I like this. They got the word fusion on it. They just did not miss a beat, did they, with that, with their branding. So obviously, I'll probably never look at these instructionones. I probably should, but I probably won't. But what I do want to look at is we have stickers, decal stickers. Look at that. Let me make sure we can actually get these here. I'll put this one over here and I'll put this one right. I am so not used to working on a camera yet. All right, you can kind of get a good idea for this guy and you can get a good idea for this guy. I like them. I like the controller bathed in who knows what that is. And I really like Mr. Spaceman here with his cosmic jizz. Really shouldn't say that, huh? Oh, well, we already said it's too late now. Let's actually look at the product, though, because that's what we're here for. That's what we paid for. This is a very nice looking carrying case. It feels solid. It feels good. We got a meaty zipper, a fancy looking zipper. It has a little bit of orange on it. I like that, adding a little bit of a flair to your zipper. We got a nice clamshell design. Let's see if we can't open this up and make it look sexy. Oh, we can make it look sexy. And I'm going to set this down before I accidentally toss anything. Before we get to the controller, let's look at all our little spare parts here. Well, spare parts and important parts. Now, as it mentioned, we have replaceable thumbsticks. We have a rounded thumbstick right here. You can see that. And we have an regular indented thumbstick, which I think is more standard. I know a lot of people like the rounded thumbstick on their right thumb, like when they're using the right thumb, and indented on their left, and vice versa. So having that option is nice, and having a spare one is also nice. I believe we have our spare. I don't actually know what these are called. I've always just called them thumbstick washers. We have two of these. I think they're spare ones, or maybe they do something special. I don't think they do anything special, though. We have that Pro Pack they were talking about. This is a nice little metal, brassed up, looking good, solid metal triggers here, our little flipper flappers. They sound nice. I'll have to slap those on the controller and see how they feel. I'm not a big fan of flipper flappers, but I will see how they feel. We have a very long, I'm just going to show you how long. Give me a minute here. You're not even going to get to see this. You're just going to get to see it as it starts coming out of the thing. A very long micro USB charging slash connector cable here with a disconnector port right here. That's very nice. I like that because that means, you can, on connectors, you can leave this tiny end in your PC and, in case you want to connect this to another disconnector port, or maybe this connects to something. I wonder. Maybe that connects to an Xbox. I don't know. Either way, that's very nice. I really appreciate that. Again, will I probably use it? Probably not. Do I appreciate that it is there? Let me set that down nicely. Yes, I do. Let's get to the thing you're all here for, though. Let me get nice and close to the camera. The Fusion A white. Got the white one. Controller. First things first, I'm going to tell you my only one complaint about this company so far. It looks too sexy. Real talk here, though. I'm going to put it in my hands, and she feels good. That is one of the most important things. I think it's really important that when you put a controller in your hands, when you rest your hands on a keyboard, when you got your fighting stick with your mutton mashers, whenever you're playing a game, you want to feel comfortable. It doesn't just need to look good. All these metallic accents around it, you see all those brass looking, copper looking tones. Those rings are around the button. They keep that little hollow space between them gone. When you're mushing the D-pad, that feels good. Those feels nice. Oh, that feels good. Okay, let me not climax on stream here. I see our adjustable little triggers here, so I can adjust my trigger strength. Let's see if I can feel that. Oh yeah, no, you can feel that. You can feel that. I will probably always leave it on. What number do we have here? 3. But I do like the option. I like that option a lot. I like that it's adjustable on both ends. I have 2 little adjuster dusters there. Also, just so you know, I did check. It's incredibly easy to map this when we go to plug in our little Pro Pad over here for pro flipper gamers. All you literally have to do is click this button right here. Then you click what button you want it to be set to. Then you click it, and you got it. It's very easy, and I definitely will be messing around with that at some point. Now, let's just feel up the control a little bit, get our hands on it. I don't feel any sharp edges on the seams. That is an issue I felt with many controllers. All the buttons just this is just satisfying. It's one of those things where it's like I can click this all day long. It's why I have this. This is a little Nintendo controller here in 64 because it has really nice button feel and I just like clicking buttons. I know. I'm a weirdo. The D-pad is more of a gel type D-pad, meaning the whole thing feels like it's one button that you can just kind of move around. I really prefer that, especially since the original Xbox one here, these are all separate button feels. Like this doesn't feel like one thing. This feels like 4 separate buttons on like a track. I don't like that feel. It feels wrong. When I'm moving around our joysticks here, let me get where you can see everything. When I'm moving around our joysticks here, they feel very similar. Though I will admit, this one feels almost like it has like a smooth, velvety touch to it. This doesn't feel bad, but I'd say that this is like burgundy and this is velvet. Like burgundy's nice, but velvet's better. The rubber grips, of course, are just comfortable. It feels good on my hands. Doesn't feel like they're going to be one of those that are going to start to peel with age either. Like this feels very comfortable. This feels very good. Let's go ahead and just detach our little opening port here, you know, like so, and put on our little Pro Pad and just get a feel for that really fast. It snaps in very easily. Oh, those feels nice. I like that they're metal. I've had a couple of these, and they're always like either a very cheap tin for their metal. These feel like I'm not sure if they are, but I would say at least they feel the quality of steel. Very comfortable, very nice. They don't get in my way. See, that's another issue I have. A lot of times these get in the way. This feels very comfortable. My fingers rest on this comfortably. This is not a problem. They feel good to the touch. I can tell which trigger is which. That's another issue I used to have with these. I don't know how they're really accomplishing that. You can bump them up a little bit to get them out of the way, like this. They just get right out of your way. So you don't have to take them off. You could just start playing, and then they just pop right back where they go. They pop out as well for cleaning. It's a very, very simple process. So you don't have to take off that Pro Pack unless you want to take off that Pro Pack, which I really, really like that a lot. I also assume that means that I could replace these triggers. Let's say I do somehow break one or wear one out. I would bet you I can replace them. That is very nice. I really like that a lot. Like, look, no, seriously, these come right out. They go right back in. That is amazing. I really like that. Okay, I want to test these out though a little bit. I'm going to play a little bit of Ember and a little bit of Spellbreak, just two simple kind of games where there's a lot of button mashing going on, a lot of use of the joysticks and a lot of trigger use. I'll be able to get a good feel for which one I like more, and we're just going to kind of see which one's more comfortable. Be right back. So I played a little bit of both Spellbreak and Ember, and you're just going to kind of see some B-roll footage of both of those for a minute while I talk about it. When it came to the Fusion A, I actually had issues with it at first, and you're gonna laugh at me. It's too sensitive. That's not a joke. The controllers, the thumbsticks, apologies here. The thumbsticks are just so sensitive, so fast to pick up your movements that I had to go into settings on both of these games and lower them and get a little bit used to it. When I wanted to move to the left, it wasn't kind of where I was moving the thumbstick. It was exactly where. I was struggling a little bit of Ember, especially because it's a game I play a lot of and I kind of have a really good feel on the controller for because I was missing things like I was dropping my ladder too soon. I was spraying the water faster than I expected. My grenade was throwing just like a hair faster, and it was weird. I'm not gonna say I'm a pro gamer or anything, but I am used to the feel. It's so responsive that I was having problems because I had gotten used to how unresponsive, at least in comparison, the regular Xbox controller is. So I played 2 matches of Spellbreak and I played through the same level on Ember twice, both alternating. I played a match of Spellbreak with the Fusion Pro, and I played a level of Ember with the regular Xbox controller, and vice versa. First thing I want to make very clear is the regular Xbox controller by no means is a slouch. She works well. She is responsive. She is nice. She doesn't feel bad in the hands. I will admit, I do feel like she has some sharp corners around the triggers and around the seams that I don't really like, but that's not a big deal. But when I put the Fusion A in my hand, it's just a world of difference. Every little thing feels more comfortable. It feels more responsive. I feel like my buttons are clicking just that snap faster, just that hair cleaner. I messed around with some hotkeys on my little flipper flappers. Again, is it for me? Probably not, but it was incredibly responsive, incredibly easy to do, and was just fun for a minute there. I have to say, just with the very little I've done, this controller blows every other controller I have ever used out of the water. If you're in the market for a controller and you're in the market for a very nice controller with a lot of little extra pieces, with a lot of love and care put into it, with just a comfortable feel, I'm gonna have to recommend you the Fusion Pro A. Take it easy, everybody.